Welcome to another episode of Back Porch Kitchen. Today we're making jambalaya. Roll the intro. All right, for our jambalaya, the ingredients are going to be diced chicken, diced onion, cut up celery, diced bell pepper, diced spicy sausage, and we're going to saute it in butter. All right, first we're going to start out sauteing the chicken in butter. Everything is going to get sauteed in the butter. Today we're using a Wapak cast iron pan and a Sydney hollowware kettle to make the jambalaya. And how much of the ingredients do you use? A bowl full. I don't pay much attention to how much it is. I just go by a bowl. So a heaping bowl of each ingredient and you're good to go. Add a little salt and pepper. All right, let's get that going. All right, now that the chicken's done, we'll take the chicken and put it into the kettle with all the juices. And we'll start the next one, which will be the onion. We got the onions sweated down a little bit. We don't want to take them all the way down because we want to put them into the kettle so that we can start creating a vegetable stock that we'll use when we're cooking our rice. Stir in the chicken and the rice a little bit, and to make sure we don't lose any of the moisture, we're going to put a lid on it. All right, on to our next one. Let's do the celery. Get the butter in there. And the celery. And we'll saute that and sweat it down for a little bit. These sweated down a little bit. We don't want to take it all the way down to where they're mushy. There's going to be time when it's simmering that they'll even soften up a little bit, but we want to get it started so that we can create that vegetable stock. And also, when you're chopping up your celery, don't just do the stalks. Use the leaves too, because there's a lot of flavor in there. We'll take this lid off and dump the celery in there. And we're already getting a nice stock to develop in this kettle, which is just what we want. And again, we don't want to lose that moisture, so we'll put a lid back on. And then we'll go to our next ingredient, which is going to be, ooh, look at that, yuck. Butter's getting soft, which will be our bell peppers. And we're going to do the same thing with those. See you in a minute. All right, we got our peppers pretty much sweated down. Again, don't want to take them all the way down. We want to keep those juices in the kettle, because all that juice that comes out of here is flavor, and we're going to impart that flavor right into our rice, so it's going to make a fantastic jambalaya. Let's get a lid back on there. And we'll move to our last ingredient, which is going to be the sausage. And we're going to do the same process there. Now this sausage is just a hot, spicy smoked sausage. It's not andouille. I have to travel a long distance in order to get andouille, and I like to be practical in my cooking. So we just use regular hot sausage, and it's from, I think, Frank's, and it's very good sausage. We'll see you in a minute. All right, we got our sausage rendered down a little bit, and I don't know if you can see in there, but we've got some fat. Fat is flavor. We're going to put that in our kettle as well. Everything goes into the kettle. Shut that off. We'll go ahead and put all the juices up in there. Get that fat, because fat is flavor. I don't know if you can see. Let me switch hands here with the. It's already starting to look at all that. That's all the moisture that came out of the vegetables, and we made a nice vegetable stock, and that rice is going to soak all that flavor up. It's going to be good. See you in a minute. Had time to simmer a little bit, and we've got some good things going in here. Look how much juice we got now. That's all vegetable stock that's going to go into that rice. That rice is going to soak all that up. It's going to be delicious. Now for our spices that we're going to put in, we've got about a half a teaspoon of thyme and a half a teaspoon of sage. This is fresh because we got it out of our little garden over there. And then we have some onion powder, and then half a teaspoon. And then I took 2 cloves of garlic and did a coarse chop on it. Got a little. And then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, sea salt, smoked paprika, and then a bay leaf. And all that's going to go in here for our seasonings. And we'll just kind of dump it in there a little bit. Mix that up in there, get all the spices and flavor mixed up in there. We're gonna let it simmer for a little bit, just to make sure that, and add a little chicken stock here. There's I don't know, what is that, 1/4 1/2, I don't know, whatever that is, chicken stock. And now we've got a fair amount of liquid in here, which is what we're going to use to make all that rice. So we're going to let this simmer for a minute, again with the lid on, because we don't want to lose any of that flavor, and then come back and add the rice. See you in a minute. All right, it's been simmering. We turned it up a little bit. Going to give it just a little bit of a mix, because we're all ready to add 3 cups of rice. First cup, second cup, and third cup. Since I used bowls at the beginning, I figured it was appropriate to use coffee cups to finish it off. We're going to let this go for a little bit, 20 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and we'll do a little taste test. See you then. All right, I think we're all set. One thing I forgot was tomato paste. I put about 2 teaspoons of tomato paste in after I put that rice in. I don't put a lot of tomato in there because I think tomato has a flavor that carries over, and I didn't want just textured tomato sauce. But we got it done here, and as you're cooking too, don't forget to do a little taste test, because that's cooking. And we're going to give it a little try right now, see how it works out. That's really good. Okay, a little teary-eyed from this. It had a little bit of heat, and I got a little rice stuck on the back of my throat there. But thanks for hanging out with us on the back porch. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If it was beneficial to you and you like kind of cooking with cast iron, that kind of stuff, you might want to consider subscribing. Until next time, see ya.